Joining us today is Dr. Ong Kian Ming, the Deputy Minister of International Trade and Industry. Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Now, how hard has it been for you to transition from an opposition politician to being in government, and what was the biggest challenge for you?
I don't think it's been as hard as I thought, in the sense that when I was in opposition, I spoke a lot and issued a lot of press statements about various government public policies, and then I was also part of the drafting committee for the PH manifesto. So in terms of public policies, I think it's something that I'm familiar with. In terms of challenges, the two main challenges would be the scope of the work. I think the scope of the work is much broader than I initially thought, and the other part of the work that's challenging is that now I have to focus on my ministry rather than to be able to speak on other areas of public policy. So we need to be careful in terms of what we say about other areas that are not within our own ministry.
SST is now in effect. Are you happy with its implementation so far?
I think like any transition from one tax regime to another, whether it's from SST to GST or GST to SST, there will be some teething problems in the short term because information perhaps is not channeled or flowed downwards to the either the businesses or the consumers. So give it some time. I think after about 2 or 3 months, when we're more used to the SST system, I think the complaints or the questions would be significantly reduced.
What feedback have you received from the public and foreign investors about SST?
I think from the public, they are perhaps still not so well informed about, for example, the differences between a service charge and a service tax. Service charge is collected by a restaurant, for example, and service tax is collected by the government under the SST. So we still need to let people know what are the differences, which are the kind of businesses that are allowed to collect the service tax as well as service charge. And then on the part of the investors, we need to explain to them better what are the businesses or the items that are exempt from SST and what those are the items that need to be charged under the SST regime.
The government has either postponed or cancelled several mega projects. Has this changed the perception that foreign investors have had towards Malaysia?
I think our explanation to the foreign investors is that right now we need to prioritize on making sure that our fiscal position is consolidated and strengthened because of some of the debt problems that we found uncovered from the previous government. So these would be short-term project postponements. I think in the long term, for the projects that are viable, once we're in a better financial position, we will definitely consider reviving them. And then in the short term, we welcome all foreign investors to come to Malaysia to invest because we're going to have a much more transparent and open sort of like a business environment.
Since the change in government, are investors, are they now more or less willing to do business with us?
I think many of the fundamentals in Malaysia are still good. We, of course, under the new government, will significantly improve them. But Malaysia as a FDI destination is still a very attractive one because of our location, our skilled workforce, our language abilities, and also some of the economic fundamentals that we have. What we need to do is to make sure that the new policies of the new government will be able to further improve this so that we can move towards a truly developed nation that is equitable to all.